Folks, welcome. This is Will, KMac Vintage. This is my second attempt at this video because you're not going to believe the stupidity I did on the actually first attempt. I started recording and I was good into the process of this blueSCSI, and I realized that I did not have the microphone turned on. So I have to restart this whole video. And I guess my Play-Doh trick did not work too good here, but good thing I have these dental picks. That I can use to take out this. Next time I won't push down so hard on it and get it stuck inside all of this. It worked good for the resistor packs and the header, but you know what? This is the fun of it, right? We get to work a little bit on this. Anyway, yeah, so I was doing the whole recording of this video, and then I looked up and I see my mic sitting in the corner and the power is off, and I've been talking this whole time to myself. So how many of you that do content have done that before? I'm sure it's happened to many of you. Joe, if you're watching this and you see what I've done to your blueSCSI, sorry, but all this cleans up. It's just Play-Doh. What is Play-Doh anyway? Flour and water. And a little bit of oil, I think. Anyone know what the recipe is of making Play-Doh? I used to remember it, but oh my god, that was 15 years ago. Okay, so I think I got most of it out now. I'll clean it later with the brush. So since I can't use that video that I had earlier of what the Play-Doh is for, Play-Doh is being used for what I have these pieces here to put in, and I need to flip this over for it not to fall, because I don't have anything else that is sticky like actually this, and I ended up using some actually Play-Doh. So anyway, so now that I have this Play-Doh off and most of it off, my brush here, my brush. Just blow it out with air too. No, that's not going in because of the holder. Okay. So for the actually SD card reader, that's why that's not going in further. It's a bit loose. Okay. So anyway, it's a little light around here. Anyway, for me to do this, I have to use my magnifier. So I'm sorry. It's the only way that I can see what I'm doing. Soldering iron is still on. Here's my solder. I gotta finish these pins for the cable connector. So continue doing these. So I thought I was doing such a great job with that video, and then I realized that the microphone is not on. Ay, ay, ay. And so I won't use that video. We'll just start over from here. do an inspection of all my solder joints under the microscope when I'm done. But really, it flows so nice and easy. Now that I don't have that fan on, I turned the fan off so it doesn't drive you all crazy with all this movement in the background on the facial camera. Okay, so that top row is all done. I'm going to use my extractor. That's going to make some more noise, but I'm going to have to. My lighting seems real bad too. I guess maybe it's age. I'm getting old. My eyes are not what they used to be. I never wore glasses, right? I never wore glasses until on my 40th birthday. Well, before my 40th birthday, I was seeing that I was having a hard time reading things on the tablet and reading books when I'm laying down. My eyes would be kind of out of focus and this, especially nighttime. And I guess years of being behind a computer screen and doing all sorts of different work with that and coding and all this other stuff. And I noticed that my eyes were getting bad, and I went up to actually Florida, and I had a doctor's appointment to get my eyes checked. And the appointment was on May 8th, which is my birthday. And that year I turned 40. And I told the doctor, yes, today is my birthday, and look at where I am sitting. A little while later, after the actually examination, he comes and says, "Well, happy birthday. You're now 40, and you are going to need glasses." So my birthday present at the age of 40 was glasses. And since then, I've been wearing them, and I'm now 53. So anyway, and they're getting worse and worse every time. These are actually progressive lenses, so I've got 3 different layers in it. Um, 3 different layers for me to see. Anyway, okay. So the only thing really left now on this, other than the blue pill, is this power adapter connector. So that's gonna go there, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna run into a problem. I'm gonna have to bring that board even down some more. Yeah, I know why it's made so tight is because um, it's got to fit in within a specific size, and really not much else that can be done. So now you see why what I use the Play-Doh for. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything special sticky. There we go. See, now that comes off. A little bit in there, but that's fine. That's what these dental picks are for. Best thing I ever bought. Hobby Lobby. They come in a pack. I think it's actually 4 of them for like $7, $8, whatever it was. I don't remember how much. But the best things I bought. And you know, one of the other things that I do with these dental picks too, these are the two adapters for my meter. And sometimes I need to get in there, and the angle or the way to get into the item that I need to measure on a chip is very tight. So I take my dental pick like this. You see, this one is nice and curved and a very fine point. And guess what? Because these are actually stainless steel, they're going to conduct electricity, right? Do that, stick it into my lead, take the other one, same thing. Now I have two very fine points that I can go in and take my measurements that I need to. Okay? So, dental picks are handy for quite a few things. Okay, so they are very handy for a bunch of different things that you can use them for. All right, so what's left now? Everything else on here is good. Is the blue pill time. And the blue pill, so let's take this out of here. This is gonna sit and wait. I have one of the blue pills here, and if I remember, I need to do this with the high legs. These are the two headers that I need to put on here. Okay, and these I'm gonna do these like this with the high end up because it's gonna sit. This is an internal blueSCSI, and when it sits inside the blue cradle, okay. This is one of the older ones. No, let me see. Yeah, that raises it. I have the newer ones, but still, if I use this with the long legs, then I can put this into here. They're very long down here. Okay, and then when I put it into here, it's going to be touching this, and it's not going to sit down flat. See, it's not going to go in very nice and flat in the other holders. So for the internal ones, for the internal blueSCSIs, because, okay, let me show you on this one. Okay, you can see I have the long up because there's nothing on top, but on the bottom there is, and the space in there is very tight. Space in there is very tight. You can see how close that's sitting to the bottom. So I turn those legs the other way around. Okay, but on a external, you can't do it because if you have the housing, okay, here's my external that doesn't have the housing, and these have been cut. Okay, these legs were cut. All right, but if so, if you have the external and you have the housing for it, um, dental picks come in handy for a lot of things. Look at that. Okay, here too, you gotta do them up because there's enough room for it to sit. If you do it the other way around, it's gonna it's not gonna allow you to put this in flat and actually close it good. So you really gotta know ahead of your time what you're doing, and if you mess it up and do it the other way, then you have a lot of pins to go and cut. Okay. So I now have this. I need to solder this on, so I'm just gonna stick this on there somehow, like I see that. I'm trying to see how I can do this in here. this holder's not going to work. I guess it can. I just gotta adjust it. Where's the... See that? Everyone see what I did? Trial and error. It's the first time I'm using this holder for me to assemble one of these. So right now I'm just gonna solder a couple pins so that I can take away that Play-Doh. Make sure I'm still on. One pin there. One pin there. And I want to take it away from now. Yeah. I got a little bit too much tension on this. Because that's the other thing too, that you want to make sure that you get these on there straight, or else you're gonna have trouble later on. Putting that on the board, and this is why I'm gonna solder two more. I'm gonna not put that much tension on it this time. Okay. Go and solder all these legs. Okay. I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna rest it in these holes to make sure that it goes in easy, and it does. See, so well, you're thinking smart. You're thinking smart. Let's go ahead and solder. Sorry guys. Okay, that's gonna hold it. It's not gonna go nowhere, but that gives me the ability now that I can come back and put the whole thing in this holder. Not too much pressure. Okay. Y'all see it? Y'all see what I've done? Okay, so now I'm gonna go and solder all these points here. Then I can turn it over and do the bottom side. So I do them all in one shot. Give me 1 second here, guys. Check something. Okay, so let's go solder the pin headers to the blue pill, and then we will solder it to the blueSCSI. Well, my lighting really getting bad here. And the little light on this doesn't help. So now that I've finished these, I am, well, out of the 4 boards, I got 3 of them working. One of them I'm just gonna park for now and wait till I get some more parts and some more experience. Yes, experience, because I'm fairly new at this. I didn't start this until earlier this year. Okay, that's one side. Think I got them all. We can always check from this side. Looks like it. At least now I don't need to go cut these pins. So I am gonna continue some projects that I was working on before. Reason why I did those boards so fast was that I'm going up to Florida again, and I need to take them with me for me to send them back to the owner. So I put my other projects that are mine that are here, fixed here on the side project. So in another video, I was talking about a auction I just won, where I got another Classic 2, but without keyboard and mouse, but that's fine, because those keyboard and mice are easy to get. It's the ones for the 128, the 512, and the Plus that are hard to get. Plus, you can use a Wombat card, and you can use a USB keyboard and mouse on those machines if you need to. The disadvantage is that it's not to age or to specific style, but anyway. If push comes to shove, you can use that. I've got 2 of the Wombat cards, and I've never used them. I got some stuff here that I bought that I've never used yet, so all those connected. Yep, okay. So now we can flip it over, you see. So I got that side done, flipped it over. And I need to remember that I need to put on some jumpers. Not on that one, but yeah. I got the jumpers here. 2 jumpers go on here. And there. And there. These are already on there, and the newer ones now, you don't even need to, you don't need that special programmer. You don't need this. I do have one of them, but I don't have it here on my desk. It's in my backpack. But yeah, I do have one of those special USB adapters that you can plug to here and program it. But these are now USB. So you just stick the USB in, and you can update the actually firmware without any problem. Okay, so those are on, all this is done. Now we come, make sure I get this the right way, yes. They're over the memory card, okay. So now we gotta go solder back here. I like these pads on the blueSCSI a lot more than I like the ones that are on the blue pill. Much easier to solder. Is that I'll do a quality control check on all this under the microscope. So today I was informed that my friend picked up the boxes that I had packed up at the house, and has, did I change the temperature? No. Has successfully dropped them off at the shipping company in West Palm Beach for them to come to Cayman. So they were dropped off Monday. That ship, um, it might make tomorrow night ship that leaves West Palm tomorrow night, and then there's a here in Cayman on Thursday night. So I may be clearing that cargo this week. And then it might be, depending how well the port does, but they're not as good as they used to be since I left. And it's a circus over there. Um, I might be able to get my cargo Saturday. If not, we'll look at Monday, Tuesday next week. And in there, I got a buttload of goodies. Oh my God. Oh, y'all gonna be surprised in what I got coming. That's it. That's all of them. Let me keep this over a little bit longer. Now I want to do a little bit of, let's level that so that the alcohol stays on there. Okay, so I got one pad there. Okay, we have this blueSCSI is now fully assembled. And if I take it out, we have the connector in. That went in nice and flush. This side popped out a little bit, but it's all right. They go inside the machine. People don't see it. Yeah, I would have pushed that down a bit more. It should have been pushed down a little bit more. Oh, sorry. You can see a little bit of gap here. So my mistake. We're working with the Play-Doh. And resistor packs look okay. The power header, the header for the jump. This is for the LEDs. That's for the header for the jumpers. The diode, the resistor, the blue pill. So that's how a blueSCSI is assembled. You can see my gap there. You see, I don't like that. Yeah. But I can probably, well, there's plastic here, but I can use the hot air and then soften all that up at the same time. Have that liquefied, then I can push it through. See, I can do that. That's one way of fixing that problem. But always, that's the nice thing with solder is that once it's hot, you can do anything you want with it. Um, it will make it real easy to fix. Solder is you get it hot, you can move it around. You can suck it up with a solder sucker. I use this like crazy. Got something in there now, but anyway, um, the And then actually flux, oh my god, flux is heaven sent. I mean, without flux you can't really do anything. There, that's a better sound. But yeah, very good, very useful, cheap to buy. Buy a bunch of them because the tips do get bad. A couple dollars over at actually Hobby Lobby or off of Amazon. We can buy them in a box or something. Wick. This is the first time I'm using this actually thinner wick. This is 0.1 inch. For some things it's good, so some it's not. I may like some of the wider ones. I don't know, what did I buy? All of them the same. My last order from Amazon. Yeah, all of these are the 0.1 inch. I bought 5 of them. I do need to buy some more flux. I'm running, this is my last tube of flux. And I do need to buy some more. And unfortunately, I melted the tube down here and I had to put some tape on it. I hope it holds. Anyway, so there we are, folks. That is one blueSCSI assembled. I don't think I need to continue with the video to do more of them. Let's see how the memory card goes in. The one thing I did not record is putting on these actually card readers. That I do under the microscope because it's so small to see. Then afterwards I test the pins because it's so easily, if the solder on this end doesn't go good, you could end up grounding the whole thing to the third pin from the bottom. And then you need to go and clean this up a little bit or just heat it up some more, get the solder to flow good to actually where it's got to go, and then it will unground itself and you'll be okay. So, but I'm gonna inspect this soldering under the microscope. I'm gonna try to heat this up and fix that because this is gonna. I'm a perfectionist and I like to have this good. So anyway, this is my video for this one, guys, and this is the second time I've done a video for making an actually blueSCSI. I wanted to do one with that solder holder, but anyway, I hope you liked the video. If this was beneficial for you and interesting to see, and to take away some of your fear of assembling a blueSCSI, buy them as a kit. I buy mine from Joe's Computer Museum, jcm-1.com. He sold me all that I've bought. There are other vendors. It's not only him, but you can go to blue.scsi and you can find other vendors in other countries and so forth that also sell them. Just every time that I needed them, I went to Joe and he had the inventory and he was able to send them to me. So anyway, Joe, thank you. And you can see your product getting built. Eric, thank you for such a good invention and the continuation working that you're doing. I've heard there's some more applications, some more apps, a phone, there's a mobile app and so forth. I think, or no, it's an app that will run on it's a program that will run on your vintage Macs to help you create the images, the actually HDA files, or update them that you need to. There's also another program called Disk Jockey or something that allows you to create the blank images that you need for you to fill them up. The actually blank HDA files. That's the HDA file is like your hard drive. Okay, so and then you have to install stuff into that image, and then that's the image that this will read. So I have not done too much of them myself. I've mainly copied and used what other people had. So anyway, but if you like this video, hit that like button for me, please. Always looking forward for some comments. And there's also a PayPal link there if you want to do some donation. I will be greatly appreciated. So far, everything of this channel and all this work is out of my pocket. And I don't mind it. It's fine. It is what it is. It is my choice to do it. It is my hobby, but contributions help. Hey, all I can tell you is thank you so much, and I really actually appreciate it. Anyway, I'm sure there's so much more to talk about that I can say anyway. But I'm gonna end it here. This video. I am a bit hungry. I need to get some food, and I got messages and so forth coming in too. So, everyone, have a good evening, and we will see you on the next video. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.